These days, the NFL world is becoming hotter and hotter because the new season 2024 is coming near. While waiting for the new season to officially start, surely fans from all teams are extremely curious about the trade information of NFL players and the future of potential ones. That's the reason why the NFL Draft is always looked forward to. NFL Draft 2020-24 isn't also an exception. In a shocking turn of events, just one day before the NFL Draft, the football world is abuzz with breaking news. Justin Fields, the highly touted quarterback prospect, is set to hit free agency, while a superstar wide receiver has requested a trade from team along with numerous shocking news. These last-minute developments have sent shockwaves through the league and promise to reshape the landscape of the upcoming draft and beyond. Welcome to our channel. Let's delve into the details of these stunning developments and their potential impact on the NFL. Okay, let's begin with breaking news on one of the hottest quarterbacks at current times, Justin Fields of Pittsburgh Steelers. Many fans of the Steelers wonder if will Justin Fields get a contract extension with Steelers. Right now, the answer is no. According to a report by Adam Schefter, the Steelers plan to decline the fifth-year option on the recently acquired quarterback's contract. League sources do not expect the Steelers to pick up the $25 million fifth-year option on quarterback Justin Fields, whom the team acquired last month for a conditional 2025 sixth-round pick. Fields and Russell Wilson both now will be entering the last year of their contracts. This is a tough decision for the Steelers made ahead of the May 2nd deadline. Fields has never played a snap for the team after being acquired this offseason, making it hard for Pittsburgh to know whether it should seek 2 years of sample size or just one. Declining the option for Fields appeared to have more advantages than disadvantages. For one, the fifth-year option for Fields amounted to an estimated $25.6 million in 2025, which is typically the salary range for starting quarterbacks. However, going into the 2024 season, Fields would serve as the backup to Russell Wilson. While there's potential for him to eventually secure the starting position and excel, it remains uncertain for now. From an asset standpoint, the Steelers only relinquished a 2025 conditional sixth-round draft pick, with the potential to escalate to a fourth-rounder based on playing time. Therefore, even if Fields departs after a year, the Steelers didn't invest heavily for a short-term rental. Additionally, the team could negotiate an extension with Fields if he performs well, or utilize the franchise tag to retain him for the 2025 season. The primary benefit of exercising the fifth-year option would have been the guarantee of having Fields for 2 seasons, potentially up to 4 with franchise tag use, eliminating the risk of him leaving in free agency after a year. This would have been advantageous if Fields excelled in 2024, signaling confidence in his abilities. However, if Fields were a less uncertain prospect, he would likely have commanded a higher trade return and wouldn't be joining Pittsburgh as a backup. In such a scenario, opting for the fifth-year option would have been more straightforward. Despite being recognized as one of the most dynamic running quarterbacks in recent memory, with 2,220 rushing yards and 14 touchdowns in 40 career games, Fields' proficiency in the pocket remains questionable. His completion rate stands at just 60.3% with 40 touchdowns to 30 interceptions, and he has been sacked 135 times, indicating challenges in reading defenses swiftly and handling pressure with his passing game. In reality, Justin Fields is entering the final year of his rookie contract, but if he can beat out Wilson, he could get a team to spend big to sign him next offseason. Justin Fields isn't the only case making the NFL fans thunderstruck right before the NFL Draft. Not only 2 Cincinnati Bengals stars, T. Higgins and Trey Hendrickson, request trade from their team. While the Bengals might have been anticipating losing Higgins, their starting wide receiver, they are well prepared to be without him, with Chase still on the roster. However, losing Hendrickson could be a monumental blow. The pass rusher is coming off the back of a sensational season with 17.5 sacks, ranking as the team's best defensive player. Hendrickson signed a 3-year extension in 2023 that runs through the 2025 season, but the 30-year-old would like a longer deal. Hendrickson has been a critical piece of the Bengals' defense since the 2021 season. Defensive end Trey Hendrickson requested a trade out of Cincinnati, although the team told him it won't move him. Hendrickson currently has 2 years remaining on his current deal. He is set to make $14.8 million in 2024 and $15.8 million in 2025. But neither year has any guaranteed money attached, and both count more than $18 million against the Bengals' cap. Thus, Hendrickson is looking to force Cincy's hand for more security, either through a new deal or a trip to a new team. If the Bengals were to trade him before June 1st, it would cause $7.8 million in dead money with $12.3 million in cap savings. A post-June 1st trade would mean a dead money hit of $5.2 million, but cap savings of $15 million. And for the case of Higgins, Cincinnati Bengals wide receiver T. Higgins has shocked the organization with a trade request after the team failed to organize long-term extension talks. The Bengals recently franchise-tagged Higgins for approximately $21.8 million in the upcoming season. The 4-year WR reportedly shared a desire to stay with the Bengals. He recently suggested to the media that he's keen on returning to Cincinnati in 2024, even saying he loves the city and the team.
Anticipated, Cincy I've grown up, I love for Cincy that I didn't think I would, but looking forward to it.
As a member of the organization, the 25-year-old receiver collected 257 catches, 3,184 yards, and 24 touchdowns. However, his lowest season of production since the Bengals drafted him was due to injuries he sustained last year. Although he appeared in 12 games, the former second-round pick caught only 42 passes for 656 yards and 5 touchdowns. These aren't all surprises that NFL players want to bring to the NFL Draft 2024, because the nature of the draft always makes fans wait and expect. The annual NFL Draft gives the teams the opportunity to infuse their rosters with new talent. Some players will provide an instant boost to the team that selects them, others won't. But the chance that drafted players will lead their new clubs to glory makes teams compete over talent, whether in the first round or the last. The NFL Draft has changed as the league has grown in size and popularity. Competition for star players, both external between the NFL and upstart leagues and internal among the league's clubs, has led the league to regularly alter the draft and implement new rules and regulations to maintain fairness. When the NFL Draft 2024 is coming near, blockbuster contracts are revealing gradually. Especially the future of Williams makes NFL fans curious the most. Nothing is guaranteed until NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell steps up to the podium and reads his name, but essentially, yes. Williams, the consensus top prospect, threw for 3,633 yards, 30 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions last season. He won the Heisman Trophy as the best player in college football the prior year after taking the Trojans from 4 wins to an 11-win team. Williams threw for 4,075 yards, 37 touchdowns, and only 4 interceptions over 13 games in 2022. He will join a retooled Chicago team that traded for 6-time Pro Bowl receiver Keenan Allen and signed running back DeAndre Swift in free agency this offseason. Williams will also be able to throw the ball to rising stars and receiver DJ Moore and tight end Cole Kmet. Higgins and Hendrickson aren't the sole standout players who might find themselves traded during draft weekend in Detroit. Another player to watch closely is Denver Broncos' All-Pro cornerback Patrick Surtain, particularly if Sean Payton and his team decide to maneuver up the draft board for a quarterback. Additionally, San Francisco 49ers star wide receiver Brandon Ayuk has emerged as a potential trade option, especially given the ongoing negotiations regarding a contract extension. With Ayuk's value estimated to be at least 1 first-round pick, Thursday could mark the pivotal moment for GM John Lynch to make a final decision regarding his WR1. Generally speaking, this draft is known for elite offensive prospects. We could see 5 quarterbacks, 6 receivers, and potentially double-digit offensive linemen picked in the first 32 selections. But let's not forget about a few defensive studs. pass rushers Dallas Turner, University of Alabama, and Jared Verse, Florida State, as well as defensive tackle Byron Murphy III, University of Texas, will all be in the mix to come off the board early. As the NFL draft draws near, the football world finds itself on edge, eagerly anticipating how these last-minute developments will shape the proceedings. From the sudden availability of Justin Fields to the blockbuster trade request from a superstar wide receiver, the stage is set for a draft day unlike any other, filled with drama, intrigue, and high-stakes maneuvering. As fans count down the hours until the first pick is announced, one thing is certain: the NFL draft never fails to deliver surprises, and this year promises to be no exception.